Multiple choice questions. 1. Which revolution preceded the Industrial Revolution in England? A. Green Revolution. B. Agrarian Revolution. C. Demographic Revolution. D. Happiness Revolution. Answer. B. Agrarian Revolution. 2. Who invented the flying shuttle, which increased the speed of weaving? A. John Key. B. James Hargreaves. C. Richard Arkwright. D. Jenny. Answer. A. John Key. 3. Which amongst the following did not lead to the rise of capitalism? A. Legal requirement. B. Trade union movement. C. Mass production. D. Disappearance of small farmers. Answer. B. Trade union movement. 4. Which of the following is not a cause for the rise of socialism? A. Trade union movement. B. Chartist movement. C. Reaction to capitalism. D. Rise of nation states. Answer. D. Rise of nation states. 5. Who considered capitalist society as a society divided between two classes, the working class and the employing class? A. Karl Marx. B. Babeuf. C. Saint-Simon. D. Frederick Engels. Answer. A. Karl Marx. Short answer questions. 1. What is meant by the term Industrial Revolution? Answer. The term Industrial Revolution denotes all those changes that took place in the field of industry during the second half of the 18th century and the first half of the 19th century. It marked a change from handwork to machine work and from the domestic system to the factory system of production. 2. Name any two consequences of the Industrial Revolution in the economic field. Answer. The Industrial Revolution increased national wealth and raised the standard of living. It led to mass production, which destroyed the domestic system of production. 3. What is capitalism? Answer. Capitalism refers to the economic system in which the means of production like labor, raw material, tools, and machines are owned by private individuals or groups of them for profit. 4. Who was Karl Marx? Name his outstanding work. Answer. Karl Marx was a German political philosopher and economist. His outstanding work is Das Kapital. 5. What is meant by socialism? Answer. Socialism is an economic system in which the means of production are owned not by private individuals but by the community, in order that all may share more fairly in the wealth produced. 6. How did the evil effects of Industrial Revolution help in the rise of socialism? Answer. As a result of the Industrial Revolution, the society was divided into two distinct classes, the capitalists and the socialists. The capitalists had their selfish interests and they began to exploit the workers. They paid them low wages and made them work for long hours. They amassed great wealth and began to lead a luxurious life at the cost of the workers. The rich were becoming richer and the poor still poorer. This gulf went on widening and created social disharmony and ultimately led to struggle between the two classes. The socialists took the cause of the workers and tried to save them from the exploitation of the capitalists. 7. Mention any two effects of the Industrial Revolution on the general public. Answer. The movement of people away from agriculture and into industrial cities brought great stress on the labor force. People moved from small villages and towns to work in factories located in cities. Cities became overcrowded and unsanitary. 8. Mention any two advantages of industrialization. Answer. The Industrial Revolution increased the national wealth, raised the standard of living, and made life more comfortable. The widespread poverty and constant threat of mass starvation that had haunted the pre-industrial age reduced in industrial Britain. 9. Mention 2 negative effects of the Industrial Revolution on laborers. Answer. Skilled laborers lost their jobs as new machines replaced them. Factory owners and managers paid the minimum amount necessary for a workforce, often recruiting women and children to tend the machines because they could be hired for very low wages. 10. Mention any two differences between capitalism and socialism. Answer. 1. Ownership of resources, capitalism. Resources and means of production are owned and controlled by private individuals or businesses. Socialism. Resources and means of production are owned and controlled by the government or the community as a whole. 2. Profit distribution, capitalism. Profit is kept by individuals or businesses for personal gain. Socialism. Profit is distributed equally or used for the welfare of society. Structured questions 1. The Industrial Revolution marked a change from handwork to machine work and from domestic system of production to factory system of production. In this context, discuss the role of the following factors in ushering in the Industrial Revolution. Answer. A. Invention of machines. The invention of machines was the starting point of the Industrial Revolution. John Key, a weaver of Lancashire, invented the flying shuttle, which increased the speed of weaving. James Hargreaves invented a machine called the spinning jenny, which could spin 8 threads at a time instead of 1 thread of the old-fashioned spinning wheel. Richard Arkwright invented the water frame, which produced harder and stronger yarn than that of the spinning jenny and ushered in the factory system. The invention of the steam engine by James Watt revolutionized power, which was then used for transport both on land and sea. B. Availability of coal and iron. Natural resources such as iron and coal were available in England. The iron and coal mines were situated close to each other. Iron was used in making machines, and coal provided cheap fuel. Both these factors helped in the development of industries, thus playing a significant role in ushering in the Industrial Revolution. C. Improved transportation. A good transport system is necessary for effective trade and commerce. In the second half of the 18th century, the transport system in England was adequate. The use of charcoal and tar enabled the construction of roads in many European countries. Steamboats and steamships were used extensively. George Stephenson designed his first locomotive engine, which was used for hauling coal in the Killingworth colliery. This brought about a revolution in transport, further facilitating the Industrial Revolution. 2. With reference to the Industrial Revolution in England, state the role of the following factors. Answer. A. Availability of raw material. England had a large colonial empire from which it could get raw materials at cheaper rates for its factories. These colonies also served as markets for British manufactured goods. The availability of natural resources like iron and coal within England further contributed to the growth of industries. B. Transport system. The transport system in England played a crucial role in the Industrial Revolution. The construction of roads using charcoal and tar, the extensive use of steamboats and steamships, and the invention of the locomotive engine by George Stephenson revolutionized the transport system, facilitating the movement of raw materials to factories and finished goods to markets. C. Growth of population. The growth of population provided a large labor force required for the new factories. The population in urban areas increased as people migrated from rural areas in search of employment. The increase in population also led to a rise in demand for goods, which provided an impetus to industrial production. 3. With reference to the rise of capitalism, answer the following questions. A. What were the causes for the rise of capitalism? Answer. The Industrial Revolution increased national wealth and raised the standard of living, leading to an increase in population and migration from rural to urban areas. The new enclosure law required farmers to enclose their fields, forcing small farmers to sell their farms and seek work elsewhere. The growth of towns and mass production destroyed the domestic system of production, leading to the rise of factories and modern urban civilization. The disappearance of small farmers. The development of new towns, and the creation of a workforce for the new industries were some of the causes for the rise of capitalism. B. What was the impact of capitalism on the working class? Answer. The movement of people from agriculture to industrial cities brought great stress on the labor force. Traditional handloom weavers and skilled laborers lost their jobs as new machines replaced them. Factory workers had to work long hours under harsh conditions for low wages. Women and children were recruited because they could be hired for very low wages. The division of labor led to repetitive and boring jobs. And workers had to follow strict rules under close supervision, causing stress and strain. C. How did it give rise to socialism? Answer. The evils of capitalism, such as the exploitation of workers, low wages, long working hours, and harsh working conditions, led to the rise of socialism. The strong trade union movement and the Chartist movement brought the division of society into the rich and the poor into sharp focus. Socialists wanted to set up a society free of exploitation and class divisions, achieved through social control of the means of production and distribution. 4. With reference to capitalism and socialism, state the following. A. Difference between capitalism and socialism in terms of control over means of production and profit. Answer. Capitalism. In capitalism, the means of production such as labor, raw material, tools, and machines are owned and controlled by private individuals or groups. The production is for profit. And useful goods and services are a byproduct of pursuing profit. Socialism. In socialism, the means of production are owned and controlled by the community or the state. The production is for use. And useful goods and services are produced specifically for their usefulness rather than for profit. B. Two key proponents each of capitalism and socialism. Give examples of two countries where each economic system is prevalent. Answer. Key proponents of capitalism: Adam Smith, Milton Friedman. Key proponents of socialism: Karl Marx, Friedrich Engels. Examples of countries where capitalism is prevalent: USA, UK. Examples of countries where socialism is prevalent: China, Sweden. C. What according to you is better of the two economic systems? Give reasons to support your answer. Answer. According to me, capitalism is the better economic system. The reasons for this choice are innovation and growth. Capitalism fosters competition, which drives innovation and leads to the development of new technologies and products. This competition spurs economic growth and increases the standard of living. Personal freedom. Capitalism allows individuals the freedom to make their own economic choices, such as starting a business, choosing their occupation, and spending their money as they see fit. This freedom is essential for personal liberty and self-determination. Efficient resource allocation. Capitalism allocates resources based on market demand, ensuring that goods and services are produced efficiently and meet consumer needs. This efficiency helps to avoid waste and promotes economic productivity. Incentive for hard work. In a capitalist system, individuals are rewarded for their hard work, creativity, and entrepreneurship. This creates a strong incentive for people to strive for success, leading to economic advancement and overall societal progress. 5. With reference to the picture given, Answer the following questions. A. Identify the person in the picture. Name his longtime associate and co-author. Name one famous publication of this person and his associate. Answer. The person in the picture is Karl Marx. His longtime associate and co-author was Friedrich Engels. One famous publication by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels is The Communist Manifesto. B. What were the causes for the rise of the economic system propounded by these two individuals? Answer. The causes for the rise of the economic system propounded by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, which is socialism, include the exploitation of workers under capitalism, low wages, long working hours, and harsh working conditions. The strong trade union movement and the Chartist movement also contributed to the rise of socialism by highlighting the division between the rich and the poor and the need for a society free of exploitation. C. Briefly describe the type of society they envisioned. Answer. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels envisioned a socialist society where the means of production would be owned by the community or the state, eliminating class struggle and exploitation. In this society, production would be based on satisfying human needs rather than generating private profits. Eventually, this socialist society would lead to communism, a classless, stateless system based on common ownership and free access, allowing individuals to develop their own capacities and talents.